A trail of death and destruction. This is the immediate aftermath of airstrikes carried out by either Syrian or Russian warplanes. The target was the marketplace in Marat al-Noman. The opposition-controlled town is kilometers from the front lines, but crowded and residential areas have been repeatedly targeted in the Russian-backed Syrian government military campaign that began at the end of April.
Warplanes are targeting Marat al-Noman. There are many casualties and injured. The warplanes hit the area early this morning. Look at the Syrians. Look at the bodies of Syrian children, you Arab traitors.
Syrians here feel the international community has abandoned them. There have been words of condemnation and UN Security Council meetings, but Russian support for the Syrian government apparently means little can be done to stop the bloodshed.
This is the result of your apathy. This is the United States' apathy towards the Syrian situation. We are getting shelled every day. We are getting killed every day. Mr. Trump, please, please stop this. Stop this shelling. Stop the killing of these innocent people. Please, America, please do something.
Opposition activists have documented more than 700 civilian deaths in recent weeks, including women and children. The United Nations has also reported attacks on health centers and water supplies in breach of international humanitarian law. Attacking civilians in opposition-controlled areas has been a tactic used by the Syrian military repeatedly over the years. But the rebels are refusing to surrender. They are on the front lines, defending their territory in what has become a costly campaign for the leadership in Damascus and their allies in Moscow. The government has lost nearly 1,000 men and hasn't taken any significant territory. Syrian government forces were aiming to push the rebels north and recapture international road links to revive trade between government-controlled cities. That didn't happen, and the 3-month bombardment forced more than 300,000 Syrians to abandon their homes and move closer to the border with Turkey.
This has become a disaster city. More than 90% of this population had to flee to camps further north. Those who don't have cars or money had to stay here. God help us.
An end to the assault on Idlib province in northern Hama will depend on Turkey and Russia. They have in the past mediated a ceasefire in Idlib. For now, they are bargaining on the ground through their local allies, and the fate of the rebel-controlled province along Turkey's borders is unlikely to be the only issue on the table. Zeina, Khodr, Jazeera, Beirut.